Hey guys, it's Dustin. Welcome to another episode of Horroritis. Today we're talking about Spain. So this is another edition of 12 Months of Foreign Horror, or 12 Mofo Ho. Yes, the hashtag lives, and yes, I'm spreading it like a nasty, nasty disease. Now, for those of you that missed the first one, or maybe don't remember what this is a series where I take a country or a specific region and look at some of the movies that I think are required viewing from that area. Now, obviously, I'm not getting all of the required viewing for that area because, hey, none of us have that much time. These are just movies that I really like, and if we were hanging out and you hadn't seen them, I'd sit down and watch them with you. So let's jump right in. The first one is Orphanage. A mother moves back into her childhood home, which used to be an orphanage. She moves in with her husband and her son, and after a while, her son develops an imaginary friend who wears a sack on his head. Now, this imaginary friend tells the boy that he's adopted and he'll soon die. This movie is creepy, it's dark, it's awesome, and the ending is kind of a twist, and, well, kind of down. It's definitely worth a watch, and I would recommend it to everybody. Next on the list, The Devil's Backbone. When Carlos's father is killed in the Spanish Civil War, he's sent to live in an orphanage. Aside from being somewhere new, he must also deal with a bully, a vicious hired hand, and a ghost seeking revenge. This movie, like so many movies coming out of Spain, is dark and creepy and just layered. It's not just a ghost story, even though primarily it is, but there's a lot of different things happening all at once, which forms a very big, very satisfying story in addition to the ghost story that's already going on. And even though director Guillermo del Toro is actually from Mexico, he has definitely made Spain a big part of his career. This movie is set in Spain, it was filmed in Spain, the Spanish is Spain Spanish, and that's why it makes it onto this list. Next on the list is Pan's Labyrinth. A young girl awakens in the night to a fairy that leads her to a creature in a labyrinth. She learns that she's a long-lost princess from an underground realm, but to reclaim her place, she must first complete 3 tasks. This is another Del Toro movie, and it's the unofficial companion to Devil's Backbone, being set about 5 years after the war that kicked off the first movie. Now, while this movie isn't strictly horror, it has enough creepy elements and great visuals to land it on this list. This movie is watchable for everyone, and I would recommend it to everyone. Next on the list is the entire Wreck series. Now, the first movie follows a reporter. She's tailing the Barcelona fire department, and they respond to a call from an old woman trapped in an apartment building. Well, things go wrong, and suddenly, zombies. This movie is shown entirely through the lens of the news camera. The second movie takes place on the exact same night in the exact same building, except it follows an official from the Ministry of Health, and everything is shown through the helmet cams from a special ops team. The third movie moves away from the found footage theme, and it takes place at a wedding where the infection has spread to and infects the members of the wedding party. This movie answers a lot of questions, but leaves the door open for one final film. The fourth movie actually picks up where the first movie left off and follows our reporter lady after she escapes the building. Now, she wakes up and finds herself on a ship in the middle of the ocean, and the ship is designed to quarantine potentially infected patients. Now, one thing leads to another, and just as you would expect, zombies on a ship. This movie also steers clear of the found footage theme, and it's probably a better movie for it. On a whole, the Wreck series has some disappointing parts. Some people don't agree with some of the twists and turns that it takes, but overall, it is a damn fine series and well worth the watch. So, if you haven't seen it, you should really go see it. In fact, if you haven't seen any of the movies on this list, these are my top movies from Spain, so of course I'm recommending them to you. So, as I always say, if you haven't seen them, go watch them, and if you have, watch them again, because they're all that good. So, until next time, I'm Dustin, this was Horroritis, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.